Go away, Ginger. Hey, what do you do? What do you do on a Friday? Gypsy, get away. Ginger, get away. You yell at your dogs. Hey, somebody I know's driving my Charger today. Am I crazy? Yeah, Brian works for me. He's going to have a delightful day, hopefully. Hopefully he has a good day. Hopefully he behaves, because he gets to drive the plum crazy day. Yeah, when you work for Iceman, Iceman gives back, or does he? Or is he just a greedy son of a guy, keeps everything for himself? But no, Brian is going to drive. Yesterday he approached me. He said, hey man, how much is that car? Could I maybe buy that from you? I'm like, yeah, way too much, man. Then I told him, he's like, well, how much would the monthly payment be? I'm like, probably $1,500 a month plus insurance. He's like, forget that. I'm like, why, you want to drive it? And he says, really? I could drive that? And I said, it's a company vehicle. It is a registered company vehicle for the record. He's like, wow. I'm like, you drive all my stuff. I don't care. I said, but the Gold Rush, not so much. The Mustang, you don't know how to clutch it, so not so much. But otherwise, yeah, you can drive whatever you want. If you worked for me, I'd be the same way. But I got to go to work. Now, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, what am I driving to the show? I don't know yet. I don't know. I'm still thinking that through, everybody. I don't know. Let me figure it out. And Gypsy is such the sly dog, the stealth dog. She moves so quickly, she'll be out from prior before I know it. So anyways, had a great live morning broadcast, first ever on YouTube for everybody out there that's on my channel. It was a really great time. I had a lot of fun with the regular subscribers, of us interacting with each other. So just so you know, I'm going to start doing more live broadcasting on my channel. So if you're a long-term subscriber, you can interact, and I'll try to give a day's advance notice. So I'm going to do one like in the morning so you can be prepared. And I'm not thinking I'm going to do it every day. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do that stuff every day. Then it turns into a very long broadcast. So anyways, that's it. I'm just sharing on my YouTube channel the fun of the Friday. Brian is going to go enjoy the Dodge Charger. There's a lot of driving to do today. So he's going to go have fun today in the Plum Crazy. And like I say, what am I going to drive yet? I don't know. I don't know yet. So stay tuned for more adventures on Ice HCV. Well, howdy doody. What are you doing now? You know, I have so many options of what to want to drive, but this Lightning truck for me and my business, I already own the damn thing, and I got to pay for it anyways. Why wouldn't I drive it? Because even though the fuel economy doesn't really, let's see here, I'm just telling you. So, even though the fuel economy really doesn't equate to the money you save owning an electric vehicle, but the thing is, since I own the damn thing, as an example, Brian just went to the gas station. He just put 8 gallons of fuel in that Charger for me driving around it yesterday, and that's like that was actually like $33. So compared to this, and I drove 100 miles yesterday, so this here would have burned up 50 kilowatts at 11 cents. So it's at $5.55. So I mean, there's basically close to a $28 difference in monies being spent had I driven an electric truck yesterday. So for me, I'll be the first to raise my hand to anybody out there that if you buy an electric vehicle thinking that, what the hell's going on? It's so complicated to do things in these vehicles. I don't know. Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. It's just all this technology. And then this here stops halfway, which is so stupid. Yep. It's like, why want to keep going, dumbass engineers? If I want to close my sunroof, why wouldn't I want to close my sunroof? I can hit the button. So they have it so you can't, but do it. You have to do it twice to close it if it's all open. Whole point is, if you go out and buy an electric vehicle thinking you're saving all this money, we've had these conversations a million times. You won't. You won't. Unless you buy this truck used. If you bought this truck used, there's no doubt that you're going to be way ahead of me. Because you're going to probably buy this truck, 40, 50 grand. This was class. Thank God I put Gypsy in the barn and locked her down. Because here, these people, I'm not lying, these people have been standing in the street now for at least, so that's Jerry, my buddy. So they're talking. I didn't know Jerry was there. They're yickety-yakking. I thought they were just two people kind of lost or waiting for somebody to show up. So, could have been Bob in Melbourne, right? Bob like, hey, wait a second, that's me, man. I thought for sure yesterday they came by and picked up this damn dead deer. If you call it into the VDOT, then they'll come pick it up. I should do that. That thing's just nasty. And dogs. My problem is now the dogs want to get down there and get that damn thing. So I should call them. I'm going to do that. Call the Department of Transportation and say, hey, VDOT, you got a dead carcass right there on the edge of the road. Can you please come pick it up? That would be a good idea. I think I'll do that right now.
Customer service agent.
Agent.
To hear this again, please stay on the line while you are transferred to the next available customer service agent.
Your call may be recorded for business purposes.
VDOT is interested in your feedback on how we can provide the best service to you. If you would be willing to answer a few questions regarding the service you are about to receive, we would like to call you back after your call is completed. If you would like to provide feedback, press 1. If you do not wish to provide feedback or are unable to be reached by phone within the next few minutes, press 2.
Never easy, is it? One thing I just noticed is my drive modes, I gotta go to sport. Sport makes a huge difference how this vehicle gets up the road.
For calling VDOT, this is Stephanie. How may I help you?
Morning, I got a dead deer near my home on the road that needs to be discarded. Is that possible?
Okay, what is the address where it's located?
It's gonna be at the intersection.
And you said it's new. Okay. And what was the other road name that you referenced?
All right, so it's a typical fight the technology. Fight the technology. It's never ending. So my phone now, whatever reason, the phone won't interface with the truck. It's a never-ending. It's a battle. This technology just sucks. It's just the worst, man. So look, so I'll have to probably power down my phone, power the phone back on, reconnect to the truck. This is why people drive their cars and they crash, because you're fighting the technology. That's all you ever do. And it's Apple. With GM and Ford all claim it's Apple. It is not their technology. It's the Apple crap. All right, and there you go. So now it's all back. No, I don't want to drive home. Leave me alone. Now it's all back. It's the damn technology. I had to power off that iPhone to get the. It just doesn't end, everybody. So what's interesting here is, for me, I just can't keep track. I guess I didn't charge this truck all the way up the other day. I thought I did. I did not. That's right. It's been sitting in the barn, and I never did charge it 100%, but I'm okay. But that's what happens. This happens so much in this technology. I wish I could hear all the stories of all the people. Like, yeah, I couldn't go to work today because I didn't plug in my car last night. I mean, if you're out in the rural areas, there's not a local charging station nearby. Now, if there is, then you probably can make it work. You'd probably be an hour or two late, but at least you got in. Now, it's all about me going to the adaptive cruise and set this on. So this thing now, even for me, it's complicated. Living in these vehicles, jumping out of each vehicle. So here it goes. So now the vehicle's really giving it some propulsion. Yeah, this morning broadcast, it's very confusing. It's so confusing. Everything's going on right now. Is it confusing? Tariffs are on. Tariffs are off. Tariffs are on. Tariffs are off. They're going to stop building electric Charger. No, they're going to keep building electric Dodge Charger. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's just GM's going to now commit more money to the gas side than the EV side. Ford, haven't heard much about. So right now, is what I heard is the 2-door electric Charger will no longer be built. But there's also a 4-door now becoming available. And the 4-door has already probably been slated for all the electric infrastructure. So they're going to have to use up that electric infrastructure to complete the 4-doors. So they're not mentioning anything about the 4-door Charger not being electric. And it's only going to come in the Scat Pack package with 670 horsepower and some, 650 foot-pounds of torque or whatever it may be. And so now I'm in adaptive going through the circle. This service thing goes crazy. This is where this adaptive loses the car in front of it as you're turning, and then it goes full blown. You have to turn it off. So I got to resume. Got to hit the resume to get it back to where it was. So now I'll set this at 65 because everybody goes 65, 70 miles an hour up this road. So anyway, so once again, all right, but since they killed the 2-door, why would they want to build a 4-door? But you already know, because they already have in production, you have to get everything in order for the future of what you're going to build. So how long does that last? Just, is this country just confused or what? Then I was asking on the live stream quite a few times, what has changed in the last 5 years? What has changed? So really, you're talking about Trump's administration came to an end, Biden stepped in, his came to an end, Trump's back in. But for you and I, what really has changed? And I know we can talk about the illegals. I get that. The DEI. I understand the agendas have changed. But for you and I, on a more personal level, what has changed? And I would have to say it's very easy to answer that question. It's called price. You and I pay the heaviest price in modern times for everything around us. So to me, the last 5.5 years, what's been accomplished in this country besides everything becoming more expensive? How is that good? I mean, I just understand on how the political figures of our country continue to really, are they rewarding? Is big business being rewarded like never seen? Is the infrastructure and energy being rewarded like never ever seen? I mean, you have to scratch your head. The auto industry, in my mind, they are the biggest crooks of anybody out there. They have jacked their prices on vehicles, transportation like never ever seen in the shortest time frame ever. It's ridiculous. Does everyone remember the good old days when you go buy a $10,000 car and it was still $10,000 like 5 years later? I know that we have a 3% interest. You have an inflation, 3% inflation adjustment on an annual basis. But even at that, a $10,000 car over 5 years would be 3%. So that's a 15% on 10 grand. So that's $1,500 more. So 5 years later, that car should be $11,500. I can guarantee in today's economics, what we just went through, that $10,000 car went to $20,000, to $25,000, to $30,000. It's ridiculous. And really what's ridiculous about it is the credit companies support it. They support people signing off on huge car payments that they can't afford. And that just feeds the machine that the auto industry knows they can continue to build expensive vehicles, because the finance companies will take the risk and lend money to these very high dollar cars, vehicles, and it's not stopping. People aren't pulling back per se on any radical means. I don't know of any sad radical stories anybody yet of their businesses just crashing and burning in the automotive industry. I don't know. I would say the used car industry would probably have a chance of that, but the used car industry, I think that's always a shaky operation. I think used car dealers always are challenged and struggling. But when it comes to the new car guys, I'm just not seeing the local new car dealers, I should say the dealerships that sell new cars, I'm not seeing the doors close. I'm not seeing that. Are you seeing that? I know. I really need to call my friend John. So my buddy John has totally forgot about me. You know, nothing. Goose egg. Zero. But I already know. He'll probably be coming in about 9 on the Chief Bobber. And he's going to probably be coming in about 20, 21 on the Hurley. So I already know. He's probably thinking, Iceman's already told me how much money he owes on these things and blah, blah, blah. And I can't do anything for him. So, and he's not going to pull money out of his pocket to help me out. I mean, you think that happens? Just because he's my friend? Okay, Gary, between the two motorcycles, I'm going to take a $5,000 hit, and I'll do that for you, buddy. I'll write a $5,000 check for you. You're my friend. He doesn't have money because he does that. Doesn't work. Oh, another day behind the wheel of a car. That's what I do. I live behind the wheel of a car. Now, with the daughter gone, you know, I am literally behind the wheel of the car a lot again. That kind of changed when I had Julia and Brian working for me. Definitely gave me a breather from living behind the wheel of a car, but for the most part now, Brian, we have business spread all over the place, and it's just way too much drive from one person. So it's more like the driving time. It isn't so much the work at hand. It's driving 1 hour, hour and a half to one location, and then turn on driving back, which turns into 2 to 3 hours of just driving time. But then when he's going a whole different direction, that he's an hour and a half away, that's where it gets to be a very, very long day. But for me, that exposes him to way too many miles. The more miles you drive, the higher the risk something happens. So if you're driving 200-300 mile days, you have a higher incident chance of something happening. You're driving 150 mile days, it's a lower exposure. And that's kind of how I look at it. Now I'm going to get on the super highway, because now everybody starts just hauling ass. And for this vehicle here, you don't get the rumble, you don't get the noise, you don't get the okay, so now my Blue Cruise is on, so the hands-free now is here. But if you go over 80 miles an hour, it turns off. So I'm going to tone it down a little bit. But I am now in the fast. I mean, so right now, look, up here, these guys are probably hitting about 80. So we'll put it at 80 to catch up. Because now you're 15 over. And there's the Ioniq 5. Interesting how a lot of my subscribers have disappeared over time. I had some pretty good active subscribers that have just totally disappeared. They just don't watch the channel like they used to. And so I'm going to move over. We're going to go. Guy in the Cadillac, he wants to do 85, 90 miles an hour. Which, you know, that's you get on these open roads, man. It's a race. I'm going to move over, but he's very aggressive, so he's going to try to pound it on the right-hand side. And this vehicle is very cool. Actually, it's too cool, actually. Like Burr. Here he comes up my side, so it doesn't matter. He ain't gonna get nowhere. He wouldn't get anywhere up the road in the left-hand lane nor the right-hand lane. Alright, in this sonar, radar, whatever you call it, that really does pick up the movement what you're doing. It is a beautiful day, 77 degrees. So we're now into the uphill weather, meaning we're going to get hotter and hotter weather now. So we are on the uptick. Got to get in the left-hand lane. This is where the Blue Cruise turns off. The Tesla does not. If you put your blinker on the Tesla and it knows nothing's around it, it'll automatically steer itself to the right lane or left lane. Now this is where it gets a little freaky, man. We kind of go through some pretty hard corners and all. I mean, we're doing some pretty sharp turns, and I mean, it does definitely get a little nerve-wracking. I mean, it's like right now, we're gonna go. It's like, come on, man. I gotta get my phone away from this thing. But see here, look. I mean, yeah, it's steering through the pretty good turn right here. And, you know, all it took is just one split second. If this steering wheel turned left, I'm done. I mean, I'm done. That's why, if you're smart, you'll have your hand right about here, just in case, man. If the computer failed, I drive right into that guy's car. Did you see that? That's where it gets really, you know, I know most people are like, no way. It's too risk. It definitely has a risk feeling, especially at these type of speeds. Yeah, it's a wild ride. It really is. But it makes it so you can really just kind of relax. You're not all tensed up. Your whole body just can chill out. And it just seems like the highway drive, when you're doing 50, 80, whatever, it just seems to stay pretty consistent on the 2.2 miles per kilowatt. So here we go. We're going down a hill, and we're going into this corner here, and it's the same thing. You know, just like, man, if this thing, it's another sharp turn up here. But we're driving in the corner into the cars. So this thing, if it got out of its lane, I would definitely hit these cars. The tractor trailers are usually the most eerie. Those are the ones that are pretty kind of freaky, scary. When you're going up against those in a sharp corner, that's like, ooh, man. You feel like you're going to start scraping the side of the guy's trailer. I know. I'll shut the hell up. On the road again. You know, this morning was a really good time. A lot of fun, because live broadcasting, live streaming, you get to interact more with your subscribers on a personal level. And what's interesting this morning is I feel like subscribers are more willing to share their own story of their own life a little bit more. And I think that's great. I mean, I actually enjoy that, to hear the stories of other individuals. I think when you're on a live stream, somebody can comment and then they know they're going to get a comment back, versus when you're not on a live stream, somebody posts a comment and I may not see that comment for hours on end. Sometimes the way YouTube works is confusing. Sometimes I don't see a comment for half a day or the next day. So that instant interaction is gone. That's why the live stream definitely is really more fun in so many ways, because you really can have more of an interaction with the people that want to follow your channel, and then you get, I know more about who these subscribers are, and then you can feel the anguish, the happiness, the sorrow, the frustration. And you get more of that when you do these live streams. So I'm definitely going to start doing more live streams on the in the morning. I don't know if I'll do it every day. We'll just kind of have to see where it goes. I don't know. I kind of like, I mean, I don't know. You guys want me to do live streams each morning? Or would you just rather have me do it like once or twice a week, because you know you can set aside time? But the only thing is, if I'm doing it 5 days a week on a live stream, then you can just jump in whatever day you think is the day you can jump in. So I think really, in some ways, a live stream on a regular basis is more entertaining. And I think there'll be the good days, the bad days. But would it help my channel grow? Would it help people feel like you have more of a personal connection? And I think that's what it's more about, is you follow people because you have a personal connection. Interaction. It's all about the interaction. So here it is. So what happens is people just kind of get in their lazy mode, and I'm in the 80 mile an hour mode. This person wants to do the 74, 75, and you know, their position is, hey, I'm in the left lane, hey, and I'm going above the speed limit. Yeah, you are, but I get it. We'll make it work. As yet another day, this is my life. And with the kid gone, it's a huge difference. Even my daughter this morning is texting me after I did all my, after I get done doing the YouTubing, I have to get the whole day planned. And that can take up to another hour of my time just getting things in order to get out of the office. And so anyways, there's a lot going on after I turn off the video. And my daughter this morning sounded like she's texting me, and I'm like, I just don't have time right now. And she's going, I can see you read my comments. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I'm trying to get to work. And there's a window here getting out in the field working before the day is gone. And in this area here, on a Friday, to be on the roads after 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it turns into a very long day. All right, the person here in front of me has picked it up. Whoop. Yeah, you're looking at my face too close. I didn't reverse the phone. Now, one thing that's very interesting about this truck is in the winter months you freeze. These vehicles are terrible for the heat factor. But in the summer months, I'm going to stay up to 77 degrees. I am cold. And it's 80 degrees out. So it's like the opposite. But this vehicle is just a very cold vehicle. I mean, it really is. It's like, in the winter months, it's the worst. It's a big problem with electric vehicles up in the colder states. I guarantee you people will tell you the same story. It's like, yeah, my electric vehicle is just not real warm. And you got to use electric. You got to use the heated seat, got to use the heated steering wheel, probably dress a little warmer, or you just have to max out the heat like you can't believe it. That kills your range. But now in summer months, this thing here, I could go up to 78 degrees. I'm going to go 79. And once again, I'm chilly. As we come around the corners here, so the guy here in front of me, he's definitely picked it up. Now he's about an 82 to 85 mile an hour person.